What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the best 6 credit card setup for somebody serving on active duty. For those who didn't know, I'm currently serving active duty Air Force, and that's partly the reason why I have so many credit cards and why I'm so interested in credit cards these days. If I wasn't serving on active duty, my credit card setup would be drastically different. Today's video, we're going to cover the best, basically minimum setup that I would recommend for somebody who's serving on active duty. The reason why is there are 2 legal protections that are guaranteed to people serving on active duty, and that is the Servicemembers Civil Relief Act and the Military Lending Act. This is included in your terms of service when you apply for a credit card or any other financial transaction with a bank. Now, this is voluntary on the parts of the banks. There are certain banks like American Express, Chase, Citi, and US Bank that have voluntarily interpreted the law in that they cannot charge high annual fees on their premium credit cards to people serving on active duty. More than anything, they're just doing this to be nice to us. They can definitely take this benefit away at any time. If they were to do that, they would send out a letter giving notification. They'd give you time to change your card or cancel your card. So as long as the benefit is there and it's active, there's no reason to not take advantage of it. And of course, I have to give a disclaimer to people in that acquiring a lot of credit cards to some people could be very dangerous, in that if you do not budget and spend accordingly and spend responsibly, then this is definitely not a good idea for you. I do not recommend that you do what I'm suggesting people do in this video. I'll go ahead and give you my rules. One is I never carry over a balance. I don't have any credit card debt. I never have had credit card debt. I've never paid any interest and I've never paid any fees to any of my credit card banks. So if you are somebody currently with credit card debt and you're carrying over a balance on any of your cards, I do not recommend that you just get additional cards and then carry the cycle of debt. You need to make a change in your life, develop a budget, find a way to earn more and spend less in order to get out of consumer debt. The second rule is to not spend money you were not going to otherwise spend. All of my spending is, my monthly bills, my rent and my food, groceries, entertainment. This is all money I'm pretty confident I would have spent if I was using a debit card or cash. There definitely is a risk of overspending, especially with these high sign-up bonuses where you have to hit a certain amount. Getting these credit cards is not an excuse to spend $5,000 on toys that you just wanted to spend. Definitely spend responsible. Try not to change your spending habits. Third rule is to finish one sign-up bonus before you move on to the next cards. Don't just apply for like 3 or 4 cards on the same day. That will overload you and then you'll be struggling to hit those sign-up bonuses. Rule 4 is if you plan on applying for a mortgage in the next 6 to 8 months, you might want to stop applying for new credit cards. Banks get a little sensitive about hard inquiries on your credit prior to applying for a mortgage. It makes it look like you might default on a mortgage, but if you haven't had a new account or hard inquiry in the last 6 to 8 months, generally when applying for a mortgage, you'd be good. Rule 5 is use referral links whenever possible. That way 2 people are benefiting from a new card being opened. Do not close accounts. When you open and then close accounts with a bank, that starts to set off red flags with their system, and that can lead to an account review. So all the cards that I've opened in the last 2 years, I'm keeping them open. As long as I stay on active duty, I am never canceling or closing a card. And then finally, be responsible. If you're watching this video and you know that you're already in consumer debt, please do not apply for any additional credit cards. Now, for those of you concerned that applying for all of these cards will destroy your credit or hurt your credit in any way, that's actually not how it works. I can show you in other videos that I've made on my channel that even with all the hard inquiries and new accounts that I've opened, my credit score has barely gone down at all. And in 2 to 4 years, it'll actually be much higher than it was. I already have close to an 800 credit score. Additionally, if you're applying for these cards, you do need a good credit score in order to qualify. So ideally a 700 or higher than a 720. Otherwise, you might actually have trouble getting approved for some of these higher end travel credit cards. The workaround to this is to get lower tier no annual fee cards or potentially a secured credit card in order to build your credit history, which is a good practice to do otherwise in order to qualify for these higher end cards. If you have no idea what I'm talking about as far as what your credit score is, you can go on free services like creditkarma.com and check your service. This is a free site, free service. It's not 100% accurate, so don't get caught up on the exact number it gives you, but it will generally tell you what about your score should be, and then it'll also show you your entire credit history, all of your old accounts. Additionally, in this video, I am not advocating for credit card churning. This is a term used on the internet for people who chase credit card sign-up bonuses. What I am advocating in this video is a 6-card setup to optimize your spend to get the most reward in a year for the fewest number of cards possible. So I had to look at all the cards available to someone serving on active duty and shrink it down to, in what is my opinion, the 6 best cards, so the most benefit for the fewest amount of accounts. So without further ado, these are the 6 cards. It is 3 American Express cards, 1 USAA card, 1 Chase card, and 1 Citi card. And to demonstrate the value of these cards, we first have to build a fake budget. This is the same fake budget I use in all of my videos. It's based on spending comparable to what I think I spend in a year. Obviously, your numbers are going to be different, but for my fake budget, it's $300 a month dining out, $300 a month groceries, $40 a month streaming, $30 a week on gas, $3,000 a year on travel, and then $8,000 on miscellaneous spend. This is always your largest category, and this could be, healthcare, clothes, home repairs, electronics, tuition, online purchases, daycare services, whatever. Total spend in a year is about $20,000. The first credit card that I recommend to any active duty service member is the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Normally this card has a $550 fee, which is waived for us. And this card is fantastic. It's a Visa, and it gives you 3x points, Chase Ultimate Reward points on travel and dining worldwide, and you get a 50% portal boost when you redeem those points with Chase for either hotel or flights. So it's really like getting a 4.5% cash equivalent back. In addition, it gives you a $300 annual travel credit. The travel category is very broad. It includes almost everything travel related. There is also a DoorDash credit, which might go away in the future, but for now it's $60 a year. So if you hold this card for 1 year, you would get $120 in value. The sign-up bonus for this card is usually 50,000 points for $4,000 in spend in 3 months. Once again, with that portal boost, those 50,000 points immediately have a $750 value when you redeem for hotels and flights in Chase's travel portal. Their travel portal is fantastic. I highly recommend it. But if you want to just take the cash value, you can, and you can cash those points out for about $500 in statement credits. This card is definitely what you need if you travel international. It is a Visa Infinite. American Express just isn't widely accepted abroad. So if you have this in your wallet while traveling international, you can always, if they take credit cards at all, they will take this card. In addition, there's no foreign transaction fees, and it has the best travel protections of any credit card, in my opinion. These are all of the protections you get standard with the card. Once again, it's all free. If we plug the CSR into our travel category, you can expect to save about $135. We're going to start slowly plugging these credit cards in so you see what kind of savings value you will get from this setup. The next credit card I highly recommend is the USAA Cashback Rewards Plus from USAA. And this earns you 5% cash back on your first $3,000 in combined gas station and military base purchases. Fantastic deal. You're probably not going to spend more than $3,000 in a year on gas, so you can use this card for the whole year. It also does earn you 5% at the shopettes at the gas station, as well as the BX, the base exchange. It doesn't earn you 5% cash back at the commissary. I don't know why. Some people have said it does. I've done it here at my Air Force base, and it doesn't code as a base purchase, even though the commissary is definitely on base. But if you just want to use this for gas and BX purchases, you can save 5% a year. We plug this card into our gas category, and we can save an additional $78 this year. Moving on to the next card, this is the Blue Cash Preferred. Normally this does have an annual fee of $95. It'll be waived. And this card is pretty straightforward. It earns you 6% cash back at US supermarkets up to $6,000 per year. $6,000 per year is about $500 a month. So as long as you don't go over $500 a month in grocery shopping, you should be earning 6% cash back with this card. This definitely does work at the commissary. Unfortunately, US supermarkets is its own category, and there are certain places you might buy groceries like Walmart or Target which do not code as a US supermarket. Additionally, Sam's Club and Costco do not code as US supermarkets. So if you do your grocery shopping at any of those locations, you're going to need to use a different card. This card also earns 6% cash back on streaming subscriptions, so that doesn't count towards the $6,000 a year. Additionally, this card usually does have a sign-up bonus. If you take someone's referral link, it'll be a $250 sign-up bonus for your first $1,000 in spend in 3 months. Shouldn't be hard to hit. Let's plug this into our two categories, and we now are saving $216 a year on groceries and $29 a year on subscriptions. Our total savings is up to $458. The next card I'm going to recommend getting might lose me a couple people here, but I highly recommend people get the Charles Schwab version of the American Express Platinum card. Now there is we call it vanilla Platinum card, but you don't want that one. You want the Charles Schwab version. The reason why is because when you have the Charles Schwab version, they let you cash out American Express points to your Charles Schwab brokerage account at a rate of 1 point to 1.25 cents. I've made numerous videos already on my channel how to maximize the benefits of this card. This is a heavy-duty card with a lot of ins and outs. What you need to know is that it earns you 5x points on flights booked directly with airlines and then 5x points on hotels booked with Amex Travel. I don't recommend using Amex Travel, but booking directly with an airline can sometimes be the best deal. Additionally, you're going to get a whole lot of status and credits with this card. Let's just recap it real fast. This can be its own video. But the sign-up bonus is usually 60,000 points for 5,000 in spend in 3 months. When you transfer this to your Schwab brokerage account, that is a $750 value. Additionally, every year you're going to get $200 worth of Uber credits. If you want, you can use that with Uber Eats. You're going to get a $100 Saks Fifth Avenue credit, which you can use purchasing stuff on their website. You're going to get a $200 airline incidental fee, which can cover in-flight purchases, checked bags, seat upgrades, stuff like that. You're also going to get airport lounge access, which is amazing. So if you want access to the Delta Sky Clubs or Plaza Premium, the Escape Lounges, you'll also get Priority Pass Select. It's over 1,000 lounges in their network. It's fantastic. You're also going to get hotel status with Hilton and Marriott, and you actually do get free authorized user cards as an active duty military member. So if you want to give a family member hotel status and airport lounge access, you can do that. The 5x on flights and the 5x on hotels is the equivalent of a cashback savings rate of 6.25% when you transfer to your Charles Schwab brokerage account. Now you might be saying, I don't want to invest with Schwab. Why do I have to do this? Schwab is excellent. I highly recommend them. But if you don't want to invest that money, you can also get a free checking account with Charles Schwab. And then when you transfer your points to your brokerage account, you can instantly transfer them to your checking account and then pay bills, take out cash, do whatever you have to do. It's just like money. When we go to our fake budget, we don't actually plug in this card. Yes, if you were to book a flight directly with the Platinum card, your 6.25 would be better than the 4.5 I'm counting for the CSR, but we'll just not include that in the budget. The Platinum card is honestly valuable for its static benefits. You're not going to be using this card day to day for any non-category purchases. And the reason why you really want the Schwab Platinum card is so that you can pair it with the American Express Gold card. Normally this card has an annual fee of $250, and this card is great for military because it earns 4x points on supermarkets and 4x points on restaurants. That's the remaining category that we really need to hit. Additionally, it gives you $120 a year dining credit, $100 airline fee credit. The sign-up bonus is 40,000 points for 4,000 in spend in 3 months. Those 40,000 points, when you cash them out with Charles Schwab, is a $500 value. Additionally, that 4x points on dining is the equivalent of 5% cash back. If you want to get 5% off all of your dining purchases, get the AmEx Gold Card. Let's plug that into our budget, and we're saving $180 for the year. And then finally, we just have to cover this other category. The easiest path you can take for your non-category spend is to get the Citi Double Cash Card. This is a no annual fee card, open to anyone, no sign-up bonus, no category spend. It just gives you 2% cash back on all purchases. And right now, this is the only card that does this. That is, anybody can apply for it. There's no catch. This is a great card. There is an alternative to the Citi Double Cash I want to mention real quick, and that is the Blue Business Plus credit card from American Express. This could be your catch-all non-category spend card. It earns you 2x AmEx points per purchase. When you transfer those points to Charles Schwab, it's the equivalent of 2.5% cash back. It's a no annual fee card, but it is a business credit card. I've explained on my channel who qualifies for and who can apply for a business credit card. If you don't want to mess around with this, just stick with the Citi Double Cash. When we plug in the Citi Double Cash, we can expect to save an additional $160. So big picture, when we zoom out and look at our 6 credit card setup, you will get $798 in cashback savings. You'll get $2,250 in sign-up bonuses, and you'll get $1,140 in annual credits. That's every single year. Plus lounge access, hotel status, travel protections. And once again, for active duty military, this credit card setup is 100% free. You're not paying any annual fees. The year one value for this setup would be $4,188, and then your year two and every year after would be close to $1,938. Now, that doesn't include whatever you value lounge access at, or what you value hotel status, or what you value those travel protections. You can definitely get hundreds to even thousands of dollars more value from this setup if you take advantage of all of the protections and perks. Now, if you've made it this far and I still haven't convinced you, maybe something you might be saying is 6 credit cards is ridiculous. That's too many. I'm not going to carry around 6 cards in my wallet. You're not actually carrying around 6 cards. There's no reason day to day to be carrying around the CSR or the Platinum. Those 2 cards are only for when you travel. So day to day, you're only going to have 4 cards in your wallet. You're going to have the USAA Cashback Rewards for gas, the Blue Cash Preferred for groceries, the AmEx Gold for dining, and then the Citi Double Cash for all other purchases. That is the optimal setup you can have. Okay guys, that was a lot. I tried to condense a lot of information as much as I could. There was a lot more I could have said about different cards or these cards specifically. The final thing I want to mention is definitely use people's referral links, either a spouse's or a friend's. You can just go back and forth when you sign up for cards with another person. I will include my general referral link down below if you want to apply for any American Express card, except for the Schwab Platinum. That won't be included. But any other American Express card, feel free to use my link to support me and support my channel. I don't generally promote my links or my referrals to people, but if you're active duty military and you're responsible in your spend, then feel free to sign up, and I hope that you spend wisely. Okay guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up so the algorithm knows it's good. In addition, consider sharing it with anyone you know. Once again, share this video if you know anyone who's active duty or thinking about going active duty. Additionally, leave any comments or questions you have down below. I will do my best to respond to them all and answer any questions you have about this bizarre and weird hobby that some military members have really gotten into lately. Until the next video, take care.